Morning, no, afternoon. It is afternoon. I'm so used to saying morning on my lives because I normally do them in the morning, but I thought I'd push it back a little bit today so that I'm not quite so early for you guys watching in America, because I know it's always like 6 a.m. So I am Connie. I'm from Faff Designs, that's my business name, and I'm a brand ambassador for Dixie Belle Paint. And today is part 3 of this pine cabinet makeover, which is a commission piece. Hello, Jackie. Again, you are going to get sick of me, aren't you? So there is a good chance that I am going to be live on the Dixie Belle page at 2 o'clock, possibly taking Chris Dorner's slot. I was just talking to her a second ago and I was like, gotta go on live on my page. So possibly might be over there, but today is only going to be a short one anyway, because just doing a colour wash, so we're not getting to the best part. But the good thing is the papers have arrived, so I have now got enough. Hi Stuart, your cabinet's going to be famous. I've now got the papers. They arrived by FedEx from America yesterday. So I now have enough of these, and I've ordered a little bit too many because in case I make a boo-boo, because I know what I'm like. Yeah, you must be sick of me, I reckon. So I have these. These are the brand new decoupage papers, rice papers from Dixie Belle Paint, and their line of accessories is called Bells and Whistles. So the previous ones that I had sent were just like unbranded. They were in the plastic packaging, but they didn't have all this prettiness on them. So on here you've got it says premium decoupage rice paper. It tells you the design size, and this particular one is called Birds because it's birdies. So that's what I'm going to be using. Not today. That's going to be part 4. I don't know when. I only made the event last night for my page today, last night in bed, and I thought I'm going to put a time on it because then I'm going to have to be there, aren't I? So, hello Sarah, hi Gina, hello. Thank you for joining me again. Hi Anastasia, I hope this is a better time for people. So yeah, like I say, there is a chance that I'm going to be live on the Dixie Belle page at 2, so I'm going to do this colour wash with you quick time, and possibly go and hop on there. You've been waiting months for this, I know, but can't do much about that. You've had you're gonna have probably one of the first pieces in the UK with decoupage paper on, so it's gonna be hot off the press, isn't it? It's hot merch right there. So I'll have it done for you soon. What was I going to say? So far what we've done, it's 10 p.m. in Australia, so that must mean it's still early morning in America, but hopefully not as early as it has been, because I know my 11 o'clock slot is like 6 a.m. so I did try and push it back a little bit today just for you guys, so we'll see. Hi Bella, hello from Florida. Excuse me. So what you're going to need for a colour wash is, not going to need this today, so what you're going to need for a colour wash is, go up. Oh, this is so stiff. There we go. You're going to need a pot to put the wash in. Hello Laura, hello Loza. You're going to need the colour that you're doing the colour wash with. Don't judge me on that. Look at the state of it. You're going to need a good old brush. So I'm using the new Best Dang brush. These are amazing. The price point is awesome. They're in stock. Hi Liz. Hi Linda. Hello. So these are good for covering big areas quickly, which is what we're going to do today. And I want to work fast so that the paint doesn't dry too quickly. I've got one of these, proper name, tongue depressor. I call them lolly sticks. That's just to stir the wash. I don't think you're going to be high enough over there. So, hi Shelley, hello. I'm going to try and do it on top of, oh, where are you going? Oh, and water. Obviously water is what you're going to need for a colour wash, which is this. So, my customer, my lovely customer Stuart, whose cabinet this is, saw a piece that I'd previously done in Peacock where I had put a wash of antebellum blue over. What that does is, because the chalk paint's porous, it slightly absorbs into the paint and it's going to sit in all the crevices, the cracks, and it just gives a little bit of depth to an otherwise a flat finish. So you can see here what we've done so far. If you missed the last couple of lives on this, this is actually white boss because these are pine ply panels, which we're going to decoupage the bird paper on top of like this. So we're going to, the pattern is a repeat pattern, so you're going to have a continuation of the pattern all the way down the doors. So in anticipation of decoupaging that, it is gone white. I don't want bleed through. I don't want any tannins coming through from the pine ply behind. And I'm going to tidy up these corners in a mow. So I'm just going to, there you go, zoom you into this area. So all you need to do to get a colour wash is get some of your paint in a pot, like so, maybe a little bit more. And obviously, the more paint you add, the stronger the colour wash is going to be. Where have I put my tongue depressor now? Where did I put it? G'day, mate. Tony. How are you, mate? Don't know where I put it. Do this all the time. I said tongue depressor, lolly stick, and then. So professional, aren't I? Hello, Jerry. Hi. Hello. Hello, April. Thanks for watching. A bit more of an unusual time, isn't it, than my normal morning slot. So you might see some people on here that aren't usually on here. Right, I'm getting a different lolly stick. This is down to my last one now. I've just ordered some more off eBay. So here we go. Oh, good, Tony. Glad you're good. Good morning, Amber. Hello. So I'm just going to get my skanky old jug that I use to clean my paintbrushes in, and I'm just going to put some water in the antebellum blue. All this is basically is watered down paint. That's a wash. That's what a colour wash is. You can do colour washes over raw wood. You can do it over other paint colours. Loads and loads of different things that you can do with a colour wash to add a bit of depth and variety, different layers, loads and loads of different things to your project. Oh, it's evening there, is it? Evening, morning, afternoon. I do struggle with time differences. Mind you, I struggle with 24-hour clocks, so not saying a lot, is it there? Right, so it's just really, really watery paint. That's all a colour wash is. Just make sure you mix all the paint. You might have to keep stirring it so the pigment doesn't settle to the bottom, like so. 10 p.m. in Melbourne. Morning from Alabama. I just find it awesome that it's morning in one place and afternoon and evening in another and nighttime in another. Crazy. So, put that over here because I know I'll probably cock it over. Morning, Nancy. That's my daughter's name. Useless fact of the day there for you. Right, so I'm going to do a colour wash on this side panel here. I'm going to tilt you back down a bit. Move you back, tilt you down, so that you can see the whole thing. Can you see the whole thing? Yes, you can see the whole thing. Get my little stool on wheels. I'm back with you. You can see my nice little plug over there in the corner. Not attractive. Right, so best down brush. Oh, look what I've done. Tongue depressor's just like gone straight in. Oh well. Oh, and the other thing that you need is some rag or this stuff. You can use kitchen towel, but because you're going to get a lot of water on it, then it might start to break up and you might get little bits. So this stuff is, it's really tough stuff. It's Scott cloth, like a workshop cloth. It's really tough. So yeah, rag or something similar like that. That's not going to shed any bits on your paintwork. Morning from VA. You make me laugh because I paint the same way as you do. What, haphazardly? Yeah, I just a bit rough around the edges, but we get there in the end. Right, so this bad boy is the best down brush. I saw somebody describe it as a big lad. It's a big lad. It's got some girth on her. We won't go there. But this is a brand new brush to Dixie Belle. If you're in the US, you can shop my affiliate link. And if you're anywhere else, you can find a local retailer from that same link. Just click on find a local retailer and they have these in stock. These are ace for loads and loads of different things. So covering an area really quickly, speed painting with this bad boy. Waxing is awesome with this. Yeah, it's got some girth on it. You can speed wax with this bad boy. You can blend. So I have, did you see my red sideboard that I blended with, basically it's nearly black, a midnight sky and 2 reds. It was all done with this. And it creates a really, really nice blend. So you can do loads of stuff with that. If you missed that or didn't see it, if you go to my website, there's a blog on the red blended sideboard. So yeah, that was a cracker. Right, so I'm just going to do a colour wash on this panel and jump off. Oh, we're not too bad. I'm speed talking. I'm getting ahead of my game. I've got the clock over there, so not too bad. Right. I am going to basically paint over Peacock with this wash and wipe it back. And I'm hoping you'll be able to tell the difference. If not, it's been pretty pointless, hasn't it? What I definitely want to do is get it in all of the cracks and crevices. Can you see? I want to get in all the cracks and crevices. And I want to work quickly because I want to wipe the majority of this back off. But, like I say, with this brush, the area that you can cover is phenomenal in the time. Speed painting at its best. A little bit goes a long way with a colour wash. So obviously the more paint you put in the wash, the stronger the colour's going to be, basically. I'm going to put that on the floor so I know what I'm like. So, there is now a slight difference between the Peacock on here and where I've just painted over here. If I miss any comments while I've got my back to you, I'll always answer them either afterwards or I'll scroll back in a sec. So all I'm doing is just rubbing the excess Antebellum Blue wash off. If you want to get rid of more paint, you just grab your mister bottle and just spray it, and that helps the just helps remove a bit more of the Antebellum Blue. I want to leave it in the dings, the crevices, the edges, the recesses, so I'm purposefully leaving it there. And I'm going to be emphasising that with some black wax to make it even darker, I think. And if you don't feel like your wash is deep enough, you could always wait for this to dry and do another one if you wanted. And it just adds such a subtle difference. I might even do another one on there. Once your rag's wet and saturated, just turn it over, because all you'll do is just drag the paint from area to area, and you just have to keep playing around with it until you've got the look that you want. The key is with the colour wash to work quite quickly and to keep it wet, because otherwise your peacock or your colour underneath will basically just absorb that colour. And it's not a problem, because worst case scenario, if you let it dry and you really hate it, you can just paint it over with peacock again. It's not a problem. Excuse me. Still got a dodgy cough from when I was ill a couple of weeks ago. Doesn't help that it keeps, like, 1 minute you can sit outside in the sun, the next minute it's snowing. I don't know if anyone saw my Instagram stories, but we had a full-on snowstorm yesterday. About dinner time, I was eating my lunch outside in the sun, gorgeous hot weather. Literally half an hour later, it was chucking it down with snow and it was freezing and I had to put the heating on. What's all that about? There we go. I'll bring you in a sec for a closer look. I just got to stand back and look, make sure it's going the right way. there we go. So, where is my apron? I took it off when I was having my leftover enchiladas for lunch and I forgot to put it back on again. It is a new Dixie Belle t-shirt. Yes, I know. So you can just see a variation in the colour ever so slightly. In pink, it's actually raspberry, Donna. So yeah. It's a very, very, very slight variation in the colour. It's really, really subtle because I've used two colours quite close to one another, so peacock and antebellum blue. If I was to put black on here as a colour wash, obviously it would change the piece completely. So I'm only going for a very, very slight variation. And also you can see this is actually where the sun's shining through the window. So it looks like it's darker there and down there, and then there's a big bright blue patch in the centre. It doesn't look like that in real life. It's actually the sun coming through the window. It's raspberry. It's not it's raspberry, and it's, so what if it's pink? I can wear pink. So let me just show you if you can see. Sorry if you get like travel sickness or anything. There. So I've left it. You can't even pick it up on this camera because it's the front facing camera. So I've left it purposefully around these edges, and tonally it just knocks it down a touch. It gives some depth to an otherwise a flat colour, which is obviously quite a big panel here. And then once I've gone over this with some black wax, once I've top coated it and gone over it in black wax, obviously it'll make the corners and recesses a little bit deeper again, if that makes sense. I hope it does. And you can do this with multiple colours as well. You don't have to just do it with two colours. You can play around with it and do as many colours as you like. So I can see a little bit of dark on that side, which needs to just be knocked back a little bit. Not too much. That's all it is. Just a colour wash paint, a bit of water. Oh, it looks horrendous on the camera. That's the sun coming through. It doesn't actually look that bad in real life. So, there we go. Let me just see if I've missed any comments. Am I doing that to the front? So, the front, let me spin it round. It'll, everywhere that's had, there we go, can you see? Can't spin it around too much because of the wheels are caught in the old curtain at the bottom. So basically everywhere that's got peacock on it, which is the really vibrant blue that you can see all the way around the doors, the sides, it's going to have this colour wash over the top with antebellum blue. And the white panels, sorry, I was just reading a comment. The white panels are going to have decoupage on them. So, Jackie, let me show you where I'll get this. Let me show you the brand of shop towels. So, these are, for what they are, they're quite expensive. That's the brand. Scott Cloth, Scott Shop, Original, Scott, that. So I used to work at Halfords. I worked at Halfords for many, many years, which is car parts, motorbike, car parts, bikes and all those kind of things. And we used to sell this at Halfords. And it's really, really good stuff. We used to mop up spills with it and all that kind of thing. So when I stopped working there, I stopped getting my staff discount. And I'm really tight because these are like £4 a roll. But I found them on Amazon in a massive bundle pack. I don't know how many rolls I got. I got a lot. And it worked out a couple of quid a roll, which is still quite expensive, but it's really tough stuff. It's not your standard. It ripped because that's wet, but it does take some ripping. It's not really thin. It's really, really thick stuff. And the best thing is it doesn't shed on your piece. So you know how kitchen roll disintegrates and then you get all those little white bits? This doesn't do that. It feels almost like a fabric. I love this stuff. I love it. So when I found it in bulk on Amazon, I was over the moon. Yeah, colour washing is super easy. And yes, it provides shading without having to wax, because some people can't wax. Some people don't like wax. Some people don't get on with wax at all. So it's a much easier technique than wax. But bear in mind that whatever colour you're putting on top is going to be soaked into the underneath colour a little bit, if that makes sense. You can combat that by putting a top coat on first if you wanted to. So yeah, there's a couple of ways around. Oh no, I've got rid of the comments. Oh no, they're back. There's a couple of ways around it, and each technique produces a slightly different outcome. But this particular one was based on a piece that I'd done previously. My customer said he wanted that finish, so that's the one that I'm doing today. So Peacock is going to absorb the antebellum blue a little bit. So the colour difference between here, I know this is in the shade, this is in the shade and this is in the sun because my window's right behind me. But there is now a colour difference between where I've just applied the wash and the Peacock. If you wanted to top coat the Peacock first and then apply your wash, you could wipe back to pure Peacock. Or you could use a glaze. So Dixie Belle glazes are really nice as well. They do loads and loads of different colours in the glazes. That might be a good alternative if you don't like wax. So there's that as well. But that's it today. So what's that? Is that part 3? Part 3. Part 4, I think, is going to be the decoupage. And then part 5 is going to be waxing. And then we should be done. We should be done this cabinet. So I will put another event up. I should be able to do it tomorrow, the decoupage, to be honest. So my other half's at home, so he can like restrain the feral ones while I do a quick live and show you the decoupage on the panels. So I should be able to do that tomorrow. So I'll create another event on my page so that you know what time it's going to be. I'll try and do it for the same time. In fact, should I do it for 1 o'clock again? Does that work for everybody else? Seems to be a better time it's not too early then for people in the US. So we'll do that. We'll say 1 p.m. tomorrow. And we're going to put the birdies on. We're going to put the birds on the thing. We're going to do the thing. We're going to put the birds on the thing with the thing. With gator hide. We're going to do gator hide, I think. So I will show you that tomorrow. But yeah, if you want to hop over, I think I'm just going to jump off and speak to Chris Dorner, who's another brand ambassador for Dixie Belle Paint. And I might be doing the ferals. Yeah, if they're about, they'll probably put their heads on. I don't mind them doing it so much on my own page, because if Herbie accidentally drops like the odd swear word in, because I can't control that boy. He's out of control. Nancy's behaved, but the boy, full on feral. But if he does that on the Dixie Belle page, then I might end up getting the sack. They might be like, no, you're a feral boy and you can get lost, basically. So, but I don't mind him on my own page. So he'll probably be about at some point tomorrow, which will be hilarious. So yeah, 1 o'clock tomorrow, I'll do the birds. I'll put the birds on the cabinet tomorrow, 1 o'clock. And I should be on, possibly half an hour or so, I might be on the Dixie Belle page. Not sure doing what yet, but we'll be doing something. So I'll see you, if I don't see you on the Dixie Belle page, I will see you tomorrow here, 1 o'clock. See ya.